we got some problems. I'm about to either get shocked by the netting, get stung by some vicious ground bees, and in worst case scenario, stung and shocked, potentially multiple times. So here goes. Yeah, don't eat me. Don't eat me. If I laid down in here, they would definitely eat me alive. All right, the situation we have here is kind of complicated, and we've painted ourselves into a corner. Over there, you can see these are the former piglets. We're trying to get them rotating through some more of this overgrown wooded area. We've gotten a little bit lazy. We use the chicken netting to contain them while they're developing. We've used that, but the problem is now they're rooting and they're pushing more and more dirt up on the bottom of it, so it's grounding out. And they've kind of figured out that they can get out, they can crawl underneath it when it's grounding out because the shock's not that hard. The other thing that's kind of funny is when we turn the netting off to feed them, they can tell because they can hear the snap. The snap of the shock is no longer when we disconnect it. When they hear that snap stop, they know they can kind of sneak out. So they just slither underneath the fence, and then they have a runabout. So my plan here is kind of tricky because if I turn the net off, they're gonna know. And they're gonna try to get out, and it's just me right now. I am running a second line so that I can set this up as kind of like a perimeter wire. This line isn't hooked up yet, obviously, but it's gonna run on top of the second line that we already have running, the hot wire. And I'm going to use this line to run a perimeter so that I can take down the chicken netting. Ideally, I would run this inside the chicken netting and let them get used to this. And I may actually still try to do that, but I'm worried about the ground bees. We've had a couple run-ins with them now. Karen got stung today. I'm dressed in long sleeve, even though it's like 70 some odd degrees out here. My first attempt is going to be to try to run the perimeter wire around the inside of the chicken netting so that I can turn the chicken netting off and still have them see it there as a kind of boundary and as a deterrent. We should have been doing this all along, training them on the hot wire. This is one of the kind of tricky elements to keeping pigs in a pasture, is you got to get them trained right on the hot wire. And there's kind of a sequence here. So my plan is run this wire, try to get it around the inside without shutting the netting off. I got to get in there and run this. And I have some ideas on how to do it without getting stung and without getting shocked. So here goes. So I brought some scraps down for the pigs. They seem a little hungry, so I'm gonna throw the scraps in so they leave me alone while I'm setting up the wire. All right, so you can see that I leaned a couple T-posts, plastic T-posts up against the fence. That's how I'm gonna step over. You can actually walk on it with the rubber boots and not get shocked, but it's not the greatest for the fence and the poles. So I just got a little bit of help from those posts, and I'll step over. It's pretty overworked in here. They've been on this spot for way too long. I want to get them moving that way more, as long as we can keep them in the hot wire. All right, so I'm trying to avoid the back area where I think the bees are. So this is the scene of the crime here. This is where we've had multiple run-ins with the bees. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to go put this post in that far corner by going around. There's a little trail around back. I'll stick that post there. And then when I run the wire around, I'm gonna run it all the way to this corner post there, very gently. And I'm gonna chuck the roll down here and then walk around, because I think if I go through here, I'm pretty much done. Here's to not getting stung. Oh, and if you've never been stung by a ground bee, I wouldn't recommend it. They don't really, I think they bite, and they bite you multiple times, and they just they'll follow you. If you run, they'll stay with you. It's a pretty terrifying experience. I don't mind bees as a whole, but ground bees are just absolutely fierce. All right, new plan. So I got the post in there and I was trying to run the hot wire, but because it's not hot, the pigs were very interested in it and they got finished with their scraps that I provided them, and it was just carnage. They were getting tangled in it. They were chewing on the line, and the sun's coming out, beating down on me in this flannel. It's not going very well. So now they're interested in the scraps. I tried running the hot wire around the whole thing. I just really can't let them out until I have some people here to help me wrangle them if they get out. That's all. So maybe I'll just run that for now and hope that Karen gets home soon. All right, so I only got shocked 3 times and I didn't get stung once. I consider that a win. I ended up running the new hot wire around the existing pen, so they're not going to be able to get trained on it. I'm going to wait till I have somebody else to help me open this up and give them access to the new territory, and just hope that they respect the hot wire. Go up and eat some lunch, and then when I have some help, come back down and open them up, see what happens. So next day, I'm gonna go down. Ryan's home. We're gonna open up the big chicken net so that the pigs can get out and roam around the new wire. Hopefully not too far, but if they do get out, at least he'll be there to help me. Where those bees were coming from?
I never know. I mean, I didn't really look.
You haven't been stung once yet, have you?
No.
Oh, come on. Immediately. Come on. Yeah, so this may not work. You know, I think we're going to end up having to do? Probably put them back in. Put the panels up and get them back in a big pen.
Because like what you call it said, if my lady said as long as they see something behind the fence, they won't go through.
Yeah. Maybe just see if you can swing around this way and push them back in.
Well, they're not hungry now. It's gonna be hard.
That was the other thing.
Come on, go. Come on, yeah. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, so.
Come on, come on. Come on, ha, yeah. I can just mix up some food. Can we turn it off?
Oh man, I was really hoping that would work. All right. That went poorly. They just pretty much ran. Ryan found them, trying to lure them in. You got them? I'll get behind them. I'll go get behind them. It kind of helps that we have these little like mowed lanes, because I think we can trick them into coming down one of them. Where are you at, Ryan? You see them? Yeah, you just don't want them going down in the ravine. I don't think they would, but you never know.
Come on, guys.
Hi, pigs. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Living their best life right now. But the second you get behind them and start moving towards them, they freak out. No. Go. Hey, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. This is worse than herding chickens. Ow! Come on, let's go. Come on. Ow. Come on. They're like nibbling. They're like nibbling on me.
Come on here.
Come on.
Cody. Food.
Come on. If we get like more of them.
You're gonna be tired, too. Getting slower.
Yeah.
Come on. You're not even interested. There. Yeah, he's like. Come on. Come on, let's go in.
Yeah, keep going.
Come on.
Come on, go. It's our best deterrent to like herd them.
Come on, let's go. Come on, guys.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
They're trying to follow us. Like,
Come on.
they really follow me.
Right.
Yesterday when they, when they get out and I have food and they're hungry, they're like, on.
Yeah, we should have done it before they ate.
Come on, guys.
This is the second time we're learning that lesson.
Come on, guys.
I try to go this way and push them around. Just stay there, you're the bait. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Well, they like that grass back there. I love how they didn't even try to like check out what the wire was. They just like busted through it. So that went horribly wrong in so many ways. Pigs are back in, and they're inside of the physical pen now, and they have a hot wire around them. So hopefully they'll learn their lesson on the hot wire, and then in a week or two, maybe a little bit longer, we can start getting them out grazing on the hot wire, and they'll just respect it. But that's what I said before, and didn't work this time. So they seem happy now. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being worst case scenario, that was probably like a solid 7.5. Yeah.
It was getting close.
It was close to a 8 or more. Gonna get hit. Yeah, there it is.
Good.
That's what they need to learn. So I think the other pigs picked that up a lot quicker because they had already lived in a pen that had a hot wire around it, and they had that on their whole lives. And then when they came here, it was very easy for them to pick up. They stayed in this pen, this setup with the hot wire around it for so long. And when we finally opened them up, they were just so automatically trained to avoid it. And we thought it was like, oh, it's just easy. But you really gotta double down on it and not use chicken netting, because the chicken netting just grounds out so much. It's because when they root, they push it up against the chicken netting, and then it just loses all of its conductivity.
Yep. And you can't turn off the bottom layers.
And like you can't, when you turn it off, they know.
Yep.
They were down there. Now they're here, got this nice stuff to chomp on for a while. It'll last them a week. Hopefully everybody's happier. Yeah. All right. Good job.
Yeah.
Wow.